Emma, get the fuck out of my room.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. It get you with the sound of hysteria. The subliminal mind fuck America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything is meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who meant to follow. Though that's enough to warn you. I want you to fuck with me. Well, maybe I'm the faggot America.
And y'all been fucking saying shit about us. I'm going to let a few people get in here first. Okay, everybody, I hope y'all having a nice day today. I don't know how to say this. You know what? Haven't been feeling well. I get home today. Supposed to be in bed. I've had a little minor surgery done this morning. Just day surgery, not big, nothing to worry about. So I've been in bed. Wolf goes gets the mail. And I thought I'd share this with everybody. You can copy it, do whatever you want, but if you do, I'd be very careful about putting this one on YouTube or sharing it. Okay, from Crispus Hospital, Christus Hospital. Dear Barbara Duhan, at Christus Health, we take patients' privacy and protections of patient data very seriously. We are writing you because someone has come. Hey sis, hugs. Someone has come into our hospital, and this may have involved information about you. We want to provide you with the information that we do have, and we have called in federal agencies to find out who and what is going on. Somebody called in saying they were Wolf. Okay, they give his whole full name here. Saying that he was your husband and that you had gone crazy and he was looking for you. This happened in November of 2020. 25. We have been searching for whoever is stealing the identity theft of your husband. See, even the hospital says Wolf is my husband. The security guard noticed the fake ID of a driver's license. The last name was spelled wrong. This incident has been turned over to the FBI because it does not only compromise your privacy or, I can't believe this, your patient information with medical and medications. This violates the HIPAA laws. We will be sending a private enforcer. This is what scares me. To talk with you and show you all the information that was given out before the error was erected, something like that. What happens now? The vendor informed us that the unauthorized third party gained access to the center system. Your private information of medical and medications has been obtained illegally. The vendor informed us that upon learning of this incident, they immediately sent out a critical warning to find the person without, without really knowing who this person was. Our cybersecurity specialists are working on it now. Do you have any idea of who might have wanted your information? We are sorry this has happened. Your name was supposed to be on lockdown as of the condition you were dealing with. The coordination with the vendor, as soon as we can learn the identity of it, will be brought to justice. Vendor, I guess that's the word they're using for whoever faked it. That's the first time I went in the hospital that we know of. I took all the pictures and everything. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Somebody implicated themselves. Who said they flew down to Lake Charles, went to St. Patrick's Hospital, and put up fake pictures that he was here in Lake Charles? I think he needs to stop playing his little games, because this is, please note that identity theft is a federal offense. Right now, we are restoring everything that is available to us to secure everybody's identification, medical records, and anything that follows after that. We have set up a new terms and conditions for this to be researched. While identity assistance is immediate when someone is having surgery or medical procedures, it is fraud when you pretend to be someone else. We will provide you with superior identity protection and the resolution of whoever has made this identity theft. They give me a phone number. My gosh, how many pages is here? There's 2 or 3 websites that are working on this. Additional details regarding your information that was lost by identity theft will by identity theft. We will contact the FBI for formal complaints with your permission. The restoration of your identity and the conditions you have that are life threatening will be held. I'm sorry, this hurts. Will be held under strict filings. If you need to come back to the hospital, call us beforehand. We will make sure that security is alerted and no one will have any access to any of your medical procedures or stay. Remember, we are here for your protection, to help serve you in any medical needs you need, and it is illegal. That was done. That is why we sent you this notification. If you believe there is any other fraudulent use of your information or would like to discuss how you may be able to resolve this issue without damaging your well-being, we are here for you. If you need to discuss how you feel over this situation, we can send out a healthcare agent to talk to you. We will get to the bottom of this and we will process whomever it was. Putin, I don't know how you pronounce your name. What you saying woman for? Thank you. Trolls, don't come in here. I'm not feeling good. And you just pissed off a hospital security system. It's not me going after y'all now. I don't know who did this, who it was, but I'm letting you know. As soon as we find out who portrayed this false identity, We will get with you and we will support you in any available way we have free of charge. This letter was not to scare you, but to allow you to know that we are taking action in your part and ours. We cannot have this kind of action happening in a major hospital like ours. If the conditions that is stated in this letter offends you in any way, we are sorry. We do not know how they got past the security guard unless it was when he was at supper time on break. Our identity protection has been increased for all patients, not only at the major entry doors, but at every floor. People will now have to sign in at the nurses' station. Identification must be shown in 2 different forms. And there's another whole page. Fraud alerts. And it's telling me about the victim of fraud and just different information. I don't know who did this. This was the first week. I haven't even been reading messages. I'm sorry. I was in the hospital twice at St. Pat's in November. Y'all didn't believe me. This is what I go through. Every time I go to the hospital, the ER, or call the ambulance, they put my name in red. Nobody can find out. But to get to me, they pretended to be Wolf, a fake Louisiana driver's license. And people, this is not right. That's identity theft for Wolf, but it puts a patient, which was me, in danger. So, according to this letter, they were in the hospital when I was in the hospital. Which idiot posted that on that they were here trying to find me? You can't play games like that. I know you weren't here. We've proven it. But you know what? The FBI or the hospital, whoever this person is that's going to come talk to me, I'm going to show them what you posted. You better retract saying that you were ever in Lake Charles or you've been coming here and spying on me. I just thought of it. He posted pictures off of a website. Oh, I'm not saying his name. People, don't be stupid. This is dangerous. Whoever did this or sent someone to do it, okay, say if they sent someone to do it and they got here and tried to get, and they broke in and got some of my medical records and stuff, when they get caught and somebody paid them or sent them down here, you don't think they're going to make a plea? Oh, well, this person sent me here or paid me to do this or whatever. They're going to do that. No. I didn't need this today. Playing around with somebody's medical information, whether it be mental disability, or pharmaceutical. Well, that's what they said. They getting it. They're getting this. Why, people? Why do you have to be in my life so much? I'm sure this is going to start a big stink again. But with this letter and this information now, let's see. Did this come straight from the hospital here or no? From the main, let's see. Claysburg, PA. I show you the letter, but it's got the number on it. Oh, this was mailed out on the February 6th. What is it, the 17th? Wait, it took them that long to get here? And they're calling the intruder a vendor. I guess they can't call them a spy or I don't know. The personal information involved in this incident is included with all my name, my social security number, and information including any laboratory records such as blood bank records, laboratory orders, medical records and numbers, the names of the doctors, all your diagnosis, what they did for your surgery, the medication they gave you, and the test results. Great. Okay. I come on here. I warned y'all. Whoever did this, they're coming after you. Not me. I told y'all if y'all didn't stop, something would happen that would explode. Now, this, I'm letting them handle it. I'm not well enough to handle it. But this is getting really ridiculous. You want to go to federal prison? Go. I pray for you every day. It needs to stop, people, really. Because you know what's going to happen? One person will turn in another, then another will turn in another. So, well, they've been talking about this on the chats. They've been emailing on Discord, on whatever it is. You know what they say? Shit rolls downhill. It looks like it's going to be rolling uphill. Because whoever did this had a reason, was talked into it, or paid for it, which is illegal anyhow. The information they stole, I'm doing it here on YouTube. I'm just letting it go. They're already involved. This has been from what did I say? February what? I gotta get my glasses on. The 6th. That means they wrote the letter on the 6th, but they found out in November or December what happened. And that's 11 days ago since they've written me this letter. How long before that did they know? You ever get a big pack of black cat fireworks? They're all twisted together. You untwist them. What if you leave them whole and you light the end fuse? What happens? Starts from one end, start popping, it goes all the way to the end. If they catch this person, and I'm sure they have a video of them walking around or whatever. They have cameras in the hospital. They find them. They might have even found them by now. This was since February 6th, and they're talking about my hospital stay in November. The 2 hospital stays at St. Pat's. And then this doesn't only involve me. Yeah, the dominoes will fall. They took Wolf's picture and made a fake Louisiana ID. You're right, Wolf. It is small minded. Children playing at games thinking they're big shots. I don't want nobody hurt. I don't want nobody hurt. But y'all need to stop. Any bigger. Now you've got a whole hospital unit involved. They don't play around. You're hitting HIPAA's laws. That's federal pen. And if the person that done it is caught or found out, he or she, well, it's a he because they pretended to be Wolf, he is probably already in jail, waiting. Do you think he's going to go down by himself? I've seen too much of this in my life. He's going to spill the beans of who contacted him. Then he's going to spill the beans about the Discord chats or the, I don't know where it would have been, YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, whatever. They're going to spill everything. Names. They might even taken snapshots of what was ordered or not ordered, or phone calls or text messages. I don't know where this is going to go, people. How many people may be ruined in their life with this? Wow. I don't have the strength to fight it anymore. My body is starting to give out. All I ask is leave me out of it, please. Y'all got something more important to worry about now. Because if he is in a troll group and he has any records of what y'all have been chatting about or saying or doing, it's not going to fall on me. It's going to fall on y'all. I don't want y'all going to jail. I've said that all along, but y'all won't leave me alone. Just leave me out of it. And if you're crazy enough not to, well, the agent I've been talking to, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the letter and send him a copy. That ties in a lot of people. A lot of people. I almost feel like I'm in a soap opera. But it's not funny. I've seen a lot of cop shows and what happens. I've known a lot of cops, sheriff department people, the mayor, you know. Yeah, the web never sleeps. What if, and see, this is what I'm worried about. Okay, I came on here and I never thought, but they get their justice. They catch the person. The person gives 4 or 5 names. Or even someone in those names tells someone else, then someone else. It keeps growing and growing and growing. Oh, and I want to thank everybody. I know I've been sick and I haven't been posting a lot, but I have since yesterday I've put up 4 videos and 4 shorts, something like that. Thank you for the 17 people that subscribed to me. My view hours are going up. My watch hours are already up. Well, I want to thank y'all in Jesus' name for supporting me. And I'm sorry I had not been able to work on things as it was. But they are going to find out who's been paying the people. And this, I'm going to tell y'all too. It got to me through Facebook that somebody on Discord offered, with proof, $5 to a person if they unsubscribe to me. Now that's stupid. That's really against the law. And I sent that to YouTube already. Yeah, I know they're sitting in the background and they're going to be yada, 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 yada. And, I'm okay with that. But thank you for the views and the watch hours and understand what's going on. I'm sure this has happened to other people. It doesn't have to. Why? Are you that misguided that you have to do this? And I'm not saying no names. I just know what one person posted, and I didn't say their name. They might want to do a retraction posting about that they really didn't come here, that it was just a joke. I wish they would so they can protect themselves. See, now, why I don't have a animosity towards them? They think I do. But why am I telling you, you're the only one that's said that you've come down here several times? Maybe you want to put a retraction to that and say, hey, it was just a skit or whatever, and I was never down there, to protect yourself, not me. Maybe you want to hold back. I don't know on anything. I don't know where this is going to go to. I don't know how it's going to turn out, who it's going to involve, but it's not in my hands. And they're going to protect me. They're going to get me counseling if I need. I already have a counselor. I don't need that. Or any extra things around the house I need for my health. I don't need that. The hospital says my husband. It's legal for them that Wolf and I are married. I know most of y'all say, oh, it's just this and that. We shared blood. Hold on a minute. Oh, I know that. Thank you, whoever said that. Yeah, I know that. There's actually two people that said they had been here. I'd believe the second person more than I would the one from up north, because the other one's just a few hours away. But people, remember, you're attacking, humiliating, bullying, insulting senior citizens or regular citizens that are disabled. There's legal laws protecting us. You can only go so far. Please think twice before doing anything else. If you have a family and you've done this, and you're going to go to jail if they find you guilty, and you don't play around with this big Christus. Do you know they own hundreds and hundreds of hospitals in the United States? There's two of them here in Lake Charles. It's not a small organization like Memorial Hospital is. What this person did was identity theft. How they got while I was in the hospital, how did they get to my medical records? Unless the nurses weren't at the nurses station. Or did they go into the records department and get it from there? I don't know. But I told you what they said they got. And it was only my file, my records. Sometimes I get these that say Memorial Hospital security system failed for 15 minutes and your medical records or something was exposed, but the whole hospital's, all the patients that has gone to Memorial. I get that once and every once in a while, but not an individual letter like this. I feel sorry for the person, and it won't be me pressing charges. It's going to be the hospital. So I pray for whoever did this. If they haven't gotten you yet, come forward. Make a plea with them. Let them know who put you up to it, or if it was your own fault or whatever. You may get a lighter sentence. But now you've involved Wolf. They're going to get with him. He may not be as kind hearted as me because of what y'all have done to me. It's his identity that was stolen and used to get medical information on me. And my social security number. I wouldn't want to be you. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I guess I could have been on here longer, but I want to let y'all know this happens, people. And nobody believed me that people were going up to the hospital and trying to see me, trying to find out what room I was in. Every time I mentioned I had been in the hospital. That's why we started hiding my name. Hey. You have high winds over there. It's gloomy here today, but I'm tired. You'll have to go back and listen. I'm warning y'all. I let y'all know. Y'all didn't believe that people was phoning my hospital rooms trying to find out where I was, coming to the hospital. There's a lot of sick people out there. And if it is YouTube, somebody from YouTube or whatever, the shit's going to be kicked around. And yes, I am a Christian, but I can say shit. It's better than the other words y'all use. Because that's what this is. It's a pile of mess. They're flying around, little brother. Wow, you be careful. You don't want one of them hitting you and knocking you down. So, I came on here to let you know what has happened. I also came on here to say thank you for those that are, my views went up, my watch hours went up, and my subs had gone down. But I had a lot of people writing, why aren't you making more videos? Why aren't you doing this? I've been too sick to do it, too weak to do it. So I do what I can, but I thank y'all. And I'm sure somebody says, yeah, the views went down, that I hadn't been able to buy, their words, subs. I've never bought subs. I've never bought views or watches. That's what they say. But it's gone back up. And Instead of having four programs, and that's another reason, instead of having four programs to write up lyrics and music, I've cut myself back down to two. And I'm only on free picks. Oh, I did turn in, I was looking through my pick mix. Somebody may use my email address and made a fake pick mix thing, went in and downvoted over 50 something of my pick mixes, the little pictures I made. I got with pick mix, I've turned them in, and pick mix said it may take a week or two, but all of my things will go up. They will give me back my votes on my pick mixes. I don't care. I make them for myself. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But I think it's very cruel of you of what you're doing. That's a child's game with a child's mind. Downvoting somebody else's creations. Are you jealous? Are my creations better than what you can make? Are you jealous? So, let me see. Oh, I'm going to get in here into Pick Mix real quick. Oh, I know who it was. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, and this is the third time. La Akira 55 Fate Native. Y'all do what y'all want because now you're on 62 of them was voted down. And now you are on their their screen. You got a mention from him. Why don't y'all leave us alone? We're not doing nothing to y'all. You're the one that's doing it to us. And yes, we're going to reply sometimes. So Alfonso got a mention from Castle Dulac. However, he couldn't see it since it was taken down right away. Oh, also too, I do have from YouTube right here. Let's see, when was this sent to me? Today. The YouTube legal support team has decided to take down the videos on the privacy complaints. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. This was Castle Dulac, a fake one. One of the names he's got Castle Dulac, and then whatever the other name is. Then also, let's see if I can get Miss Barbara Duhon. We are sorry that people are using your mother's name in the way they are using it. Thank you for letting us know that she was never called Franny or Fanny. And that the disgrace they are doing to the dead will not be tolerated, or the defaming of anyone's name. We have looked at the URL from Amazon and found out that you did use Lakaya Leia Izdani as your publishing name, and that each of those had a copyright on the books. We are asking you if you want to do a copyright submit on this. And they give a URL. We have recognized that this is your Apache name, and you have published many books and poetry using that name. And it does have a copyright, all rights reserved to the name Lagaya Wea is Dani. We will be taking down the channel. We will give them 48 hours to do so on their own, or we will take it down and remove their channel. And you can tell this is, then it goes on. Then you can tell that part is done by an AI, a bot, or whatever. People, you don't need to be children. Sorry. Oh, no, you're not going to hop a freight train, little brother, to get here. I know. We'd have to buy you a train ticket or a plane ticket and get you some extra help to get down here. But with all this mess going on, little brother, I'd rather nobody come to visit. Anyhow, we're trying to get the house ready for us to move. And yes, people, somebody says, yeah, little bird told me that she was moving. Guess what? I've said that 3 times in the last 2 months. Yes, we are moving. And no, well, it's in the mountains. Virginia or Tennessee. Now y'all can try to find out where it's at. And it's a private home sale. So it will not be listed on Zillow or land sale or anything like that. Somebody I knew. And they wanted to move. Gave me first choice at buying it, so I did. So we have a new life coming. I just hope my body lasts long enough to get over there. I thank y'all for being here. And I'm sorry that people has to be so mean and cruel. But they stepped over the line. I have nothing to do with this. They broke into St. Pat's using a fake Louisiana driver's license of Wolf, got to the nurse or whatever and saw my records and all, and it's a breach, security breach. That's right. That's why we said you couldn't come down here, Alfonso. You can't leave Colorado. Your sister has custodian care since you're blind. There's no way you could. But I want to thank those that are still supporting me, are still saying, yeah, we don't want that, Alfonso. We don't want that. Um, it's hard times right now. Anybody with heart problems, with kidney cancer, skin cancer, it's a bad problem. And lung infections. That's why you hear me sniffling every once in a while. I can't get rid of this sinus infection. Has a hard enough time living. Why make it harder? Why make it harder on yourself? Because there's so many turning in. People are watching y'all. I don't have the time to do it. I lay down in bed or sit up and I watch different little things on YouTube. I skim YouTube for like the little court things. I posted one, I think. I was in Yeah, this morning I was laying down at the hospital and I found something and I posted it. Or was that last night? They couldn't put me all the way to sleep because of my heart. I don't know what they used, but I felt like I was Alice in Wonderland. Didn't make me care one bit. So, but they did have the oxygen on me, and not just the little nose piece, the whole thing for the mouth, just in case I stopped breathing. So I want to thank y'all for the prayers. In Jesus' name, I ask God to touch all of y'all. And I ask Him, have y'all do the right things. And whoever this is that went in and done this, I pray for them even harder, that they do the right thing. And if you made any inclination about coming to Lake Charles, I'm sure the agency, whoever, will want a copy of all that. And I do have it all. Stop and think of what you're doing, people. I'm trying to just stop all this, but somebody was foolish enough to go beyond the borders. You know, saying it and doing things are two different things. Wolf will not stop, he said. He won't, if they catch him, he wants him put in jail for stealing his identity. Same thing on here. I've gotten with those that are using my name or my mother's name or anything like it, your identity theft. Putting my picture on your avatar or our picture anywheres. That's identity theft. It does not matter if you put it, let's see, parody, satire, fair use. It's not going to help you at all. Just be careful, people. May God bless y'all and keep y'all safe. Sorry, my sinuses is really messing up. I may not be on tomorrow and I will not be on later on tonight, but I thought I'd give y'all that heads up that I've been telling y'all. People's been coming to the hospital and doing different things, sending flowers just to find out where I'm at. This one time, somebody slipped in.
No.
Hush. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a nice evening tonight. Um, I've got some questions I'd like to ask, or maybe questions that were asked me to talk about. And I don't know how to answer them, but I'm going to bring it up here anyhow. Okay, number one is Miss Barbara, why are you still on YouTube if there's so many people against you? And this is what I said, and I wrote them back. I said, would you allow a nobody to push you off of YouTube? And it's true. I've done some research. There's been some talk going around in different places. I haven't been in them, but they've, because I don't have Discord. There's been a lot of things going on. Um, when there is a psychotic person out there, and I'm not naming no names or anything like that, I'm just saying psychotic, and they think they are top dogs, uh, entitled, Karens or Kens, something like that, and they have to hurt somebody. They're the psychotic ones. They will say or do anything. I've gotten a couple of more messages, and they're like, we feel the same way as other people. We go back in there to listen to what people are saying about different people. We're jotting down notes. And somebody asked me, is there any way we can get together or anything like that? I don't want to know about what's in the other channels, please. I know you send it to me and all that. What I do is I have an email address, I just forward it to them. And, excuse me, um, I don't read most of them. I don't want to, because you know what? That brings you down. When you see what they're typing and you know it's lies, and they're just doing it because they're cruel people. And like I tell everybody in my room, you need to be nice to each other. Okay? Um, how can you know that the person that you're friends with or whatever, really close to, are not really stabbing you in the back? You know, in life, one lady got with me and she said, you know, I have a friend, been knowing her about 25, 30 years, and we'd get together, maybe go out for lunch or something like that. But her husband died. A lonely person. I felt like I needed to do things with her. But I found out she was stealing from me. But then I found out that she had a mental problem. She had started with dementia and stuff. And we were talking. I said, I had a friend like that too. That I had to watch her when we went to Hobby Lobby. If she saw some yarn that she had bought and they had some just like it, she says, they stole it from my house and they put it here to sell again. You know, there's people out there like that. We have to be kind to each other and nice, and have to understand that it's um maybe one day every one of us is going to be like that. We don't know. um then there's another lady that got with me and asked me what I thought about all the hoorah with Jeremy Hills. I said, I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of that. Um, I had started watching Jeremy Hills and George when they were doing the quarter pushing gambling machine, whatever. That's what how I really started about 6 years ago or something like that, watching them. Before that, I was not on YouTube like most of you. I'm not even on YouTube all day long either. I have different things to do. I'm not on my channel or anyone else's channel. Um, but yes, I am. I like to watch the Karen stories. I like to watch the judge stories, stuff like that. And let's see, Ink Masters years ago. That's what we really started with YouTube with. Was watching Ink Masters. Some of the old movies. I didn't start really posting a lot until, let's see, October of 2021. Had sent something to Get Swamped. Then got with them and I started posting and selling and different things like that. Mostly I was donating, making and donating things. And I told somebody, I said, use it as a hobby. Don't use it as a forum. And they said, what do you mean by that? I said, use it to do something good with. Don't use it as a drama. What do they call them? Drama llamas? I said, if you go into a room and it's a drama room like that, and you keep getting pulled back into it, that's tainting your spirit. Get out of it. Just move on. Because they'll always come up with a reason that they gotta stalk you. Um, and that's what's happening. If you can get away from all the drama that they're causing, and sometimes I cause drama, but I'm trying to protect myself. I don't go to the drama kings and queens rooms. There's no way. When you send me a link, I just send it on to the email I have to report it. Yes, I will report for privacy strike and all that. And, it just, I don't know. That's not my bit no more. Um, Please, whoever's doing the hearts, please stop. The red hurts my eyes. Thank you. If there's something I say and you want to do it later, just a few at a time. Um, it's distracting too. Well, um, I knew if I said that a troll would put up the hearts. Talk about them watching and yeah, you know, I think it's very funny. Um, that shows you how many. There's 7 people in here. How many are really friends and how many are trolls? If you see something going wrong and they're using your name, your face, your house number, the pictures of your house or anything, you have the right to report it. Someone sent me the law on using the Louisiana law about the police body cams. It is illegal. You can buy them, you can get them through FOIA, but you are only supposed to use it in your home as entertainment or information. You are not supposed to publicly put it out on any social media. So I found out I can go back and report, but y'all just gonna change it and put it back up. Why waste my time on your stupidity? And I love the one where they keep saying, cops never answered your phone. Well, thanks to the man from the UK reposted it, the cops are answering my phone. You can hear the channel in the background. Hey, Oracle sis, why aren't you sleeping? It's 2:30 in the morning over there. Hugs and blessings. So, one of the questions that keeps popping up all the time is, Miss Barbara, are you really enjoying what you do with the music and stuff? Yeah, it does. Or the little laughing things. Yeah. yes, I enjoy writing poems and um Wooly. I think you misspelled that, sis. Are you too sleepy? um okay. Writing poems. I started writing more poems on all poetry. I'm taking those poems and I'm putting them in one of I have three different um programs I pay for membership, and I put them in there and I put music to it. Today I put one on and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's not what I want. So I had to change it. Nope, that's not what I want either. Took me about 5 times or 6 times redoing it before I got the thing right. The one I did last night with the animals, the cosmos and animals. That music took me about an hour to get it to exactly what I liked from it. I use my knowledge of writing or whatever, and people says, "Oh, the way you talk and all that." Hey, when there's two parts of me, the daily Cajun native or the professional. When I do professional, I have a program that I use and it's done just right. All the commas, the colons, the capitals, everything. It's an upgrade, the upgrade of Grammarly. I'm paying for that. My images, I type in what I want, and free pick gives it, puts it out there, but I'm paying for it. Free pick, unless they have a copyright emblem on the picture, you can use it. Do you really think free pick would allow people to buy memberships and give them pictures they can't use on TikTok, Instagram, whatever? Now, somebody has said that, thank you for the hearts. Somebody has said that, actually, I'm going to make my screen smaller. There we go. So I don't have to see them. Um, the pics, somebody said I'm stealing them from here, here, and here. Everybody takes from one thing to another. Now, how can I be stealing pictures off of TikTok, X, uh, whatever, when I'm not even a member on there? Now, a lot of people has gotten with me, Miss Barbara, I used this picture from this short or whatever. That's fine with me. That's okay. Even if I made it from PicMix, and that's different from free pick. I pay there too for a premium membership. PicMix or my own creations. Yeah, sis need. Okay, sis. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You get the rest of a good night's sleep, maybe. And may God bless you and keep you safe. Love you. Um, Designing things. I've always liked to design things. So why not use that talent on here? Somebody said, "Oh, you need to do your diamond art again." So I did find the picture mirror. That's what it looks like. I've done one before. So I'll probably be starting that one tomorrow. Now it has a film over it to keep the sticky stuff from sticking to everything else. But I do have a mirror for it, but I'm thinking I'm going to put, once the film comes off, it's going to be like clear in the center. I can put a mirror on it, or I was thinking about putting a picture on it and epoxying a picture on there. I don't know yet, but I do like to talk to people, and I've been having a lot of people talk to me, and a lot of them just are has had it with the trolls. And they said, "Oh, this person said this." I said, "I don't want to hear it." Somebody said they were a million worth $2 million. Well, why is he living or she is living where they're living at? In a small 2-bedroom house? One bathroom? Do you think a millionaire would be living in something like that? Do you think a millionaire? I'm not going to even finish that. That would be too cruel to say. I'm not going to be saying that. But anybody can look anyone's financial records up. You can find out how much they're worth. You can't find out everything about them. But if they're worth $2 million, do you know how much taxes every year they would be paying? Wow, a lot more than their simple brains could handle. Um, Now, if it's in a trust fund, I can understand that. But it's funny that right now that's what they're bringing up. I don't know why. And I said, they didn't tell me the name, if it was a he or she or whatever. They just said they thought it was awfully funny because they're not living like a millionaire. I said, that was the scary part about me getting my money is, do I want to change myself into something I'm not? Oh, I could move up real easily because I've had to do it in the past. And the reason I say that is I have the training for it. Governor of the state, yeah, had to be around the governor of the state, his family, because I worked and catered for Edwin Edwards' son's wedding. Didn't like the governor too much, but that was a job. Dealing with all the Mardi Gras crews. You had to be with the mayor, the district attorney, state representative, state senator. There's a lot of attorneys I've worked with too in the past. Like when they were running for different offices and stuff like that, I would donate my time. I enjoyed doing that. Back then, you could knock on a door, talk to them, and they were polite back in the 70s and early 80s. Now I wouldn't even dare go knocking door to door. Forget it. But I've grown up and I've learned. I've been to, some calls it galas, some calls it galas. It's the things where you had to have fancy dress and shoes and jewelry and stuff. I used to order from Fire Mountain Jewels a lot. All the Australian crystals and stuff like that to make my own necklaces and earrings and whatever I had to do. My hair was long and I kept it with perms. I put my own perm in and all that, and I would scoop it up. And at night, I couldn't find curlers, so I took the pencils and I would sand pencils down people and roll it on that, and then kind of put a little clip. It would take all day long to dry. Sometimes I wore the metal brush curlers, the old time things. Sometimes I'd wear the sponge one, but I'd sleep with it all night long. and they would be beautiful curls the next day. A lot of people thought it was wigs until I would take the band off, and it's not a wig. I like to pull my hair back when I do wear my hair like that. One time somebody says, "Oh, how do I get my hair looking like that?" I said, "Well, your hair is straight. You have to have a perm." She says, "Last time I took one, it burnt my hair." I said, "Then go buy you a wig." She says, "That's too expensive." I said, "If you want curly hair, that's what you're going to have to do." So a few nights later, there was about four of us. We went out to one of, it was called Gigi's. And we went out to the dance hall. And we're sitting there and all that. And there's a guy that comes in drunk. And he's kind of stumbles. And he grabs the back of the chair of my friend. And he pulls her wig off. She started screaming and hollering. And she says, "I didn't put it on right, did I?" I said, "No, you didn't." So, you know, um, it was funny. I took her to the restroom and I fixed it up for her and all like that. But everybody, she got embarrassed. Same thing on here. You say and do something. If you don't know the truth and you're just harassing people, it's embarrassing what y'all are doing to yourselves. You're not embarrassing anyone else but yourself. People are seeing you for who you are. Be who you are. Like who you are. When you hate on someone else, it's going to come back to you tenfold. So, be kind to each other. And somebody jumped on me and said, "Oh, I put up that thing about salty the other night, and they said salty fruit." But yet somebody's saying, "Oh, yeah, it's this person or that person." It could be a troll doing it to get someone else in trouble. Maybe they had a spat against each other. I'm not doing it. I just asked a simple question if anybody knew it was salty or who is salty. Boy, one lady jumped all over me and said this and that. And then a lady with the name Salty said, "It's not me." I said salty fruit. I did not say your name. Isn't that weird? And I'm wondering if people realizes what they're doing to each other. You're hurting each other. If you don't like the person, don't go to their channel. If you're mad at somebody in the channel that you're in, get out. Because when they come into channels I'm in, I usually just say bye, I got something to do, and I pull myself out. That's as easy as you need to do it. You don't need to stick yourself into the drama, get pulled in. And then people there was another one. A man talked to me. He said, "I've been friends with these people for about 3 or 4 years, and now they're all after me for some reason." Well, that's what trolls do. To every person in their group, they will attack them one time or another. Then in a week or two, they get back together and da 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 da. The da 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 da. It's their mind going, "Oh, what did I do?" it's the way it is. Society can be cruel or nice. Do you decide to be cruel or do you decide to be nice? And like I said, a lot of people that are trolls or were trolls are now attacking. And I'm not the only one they're sending things to. They're reporting everybody for things. Anywhere's from being vulgar, harassment, horrible. I don't know what all they're doing. Just leave me out of it, everybody. Stop saying my name. Stop implying that I'm doing something that I'm not. Because there's one person on here that keeps saying, I'm sending them emails, threatening them. I have not sent anybody but Mussy, Moonwolf, let's see, the agent, and the attorney for my CPAP thing, an email. I don't send out email unless I'm sharing some pictures or something or music that I've made with someone. I don't send out emails like that. And the cops can come and take the memory core out of my computer. They can use my phone. Anyhow you delete it, it'll still be there. So I can prove without a shadow of a doubt it's not me sending it to you or saying it about you or anything. All my proof is here. You want it? Have them come out and get it. I have not sent anyone any emails like that. Now, if you send an email attacking me, I may say something. But other than that, nah. I think emails and most text messages or things like that are hogwash. Because you never know who you're getting it from. I've used the IP address, IP quality thing. That's paid too. I get a better reading. Most of them are fake or valid, but they were made within 24 hours. Anything like that. You can research anything. And something we learned is that your name is not, you're not the only person in the whole world with your name. So you be careful. Do what you need to do. Protect yourself. And they're saying, I put up a little video. Like I said, I'm not going to be the prey that y'all can feed off anymore. With my white wolf spirit guide, I'm going to become the predator. Not a sexual predator. Why can't y'all get that off your mind? Is that all y'all talk about? That kind of predator? No. Y'all are sick. Now, it was my statement was made as I'm stronger now. I'm not going to be put down like I used to be. I'm going to fight back. That kind of predator. And y'all with the children and this and that, y'all are disgusting. Is that all you can talk about from one thing to another? And all this thing, let me tell you something. They say Wolf and I are not married. We were married by a shaman. But you know what? We're probably more married than the people that has a marriage license. We cut our hands and took the blood, and our hands were put together so our blood was mingled and then tied with pure leather braiding. You can't get any more married than that, especially under the stars and a full moon with God and with friends around, and even being on a laptop running, and about 30, 35 people, something like that, on Pal Talk that witness our binding. A piece of paper doesn't mean that you're married. It means it's a trap. Because what happens? You 5 years, 2 years, 20 years. Decide you can't live with each other anymore. One cheats or whatever happens. Then you gotta go to court. Gotta get a divorce. More money. Then if you've been married in the Catholic Church and you want to remarry, you have to have an annulment. More money. More paperwork. That blanket that was put around Wolf and I when we got married, that was more of a binding than anything. If you look it up, yeah, some of the Native Americans are starting to do that, but a lot of them are still not going through the white man's paperwork to be married. Wolf and I's marriage is a spiritual marriage. We gave of each other's soul, spirits, mind. It's an ultimate love that nobody's going to be able to break, because God brought us together. So those who says boyfriend, let them say it. I don't care. We know what the shaman. We went to several churches, several different churches, several ministers, and asked them to marry us in the church. And they said, well, can we see? So we did the video and we brought them, and they said, you don't need marrying in a church. Y'all did more in y'all's ceremony than we would have done in the church. Anyhow, it would have been outside. Y'all did more. Y'all said more. That was more meaningful and more of a promise and an oath than anything they had seen. We go on an Indian reservation. We're welcomed as a married couple in the native way. What about, didn't they get rid of the people that lived together for more than 8 years was called married? They didn't have a marriage license. How many in the United States had that common law marriage? There was no marriage license filled out or anything like that. But they were married. Now, because they said that the common law is dissolved, how many thousands of people live together as common law? What, 20 years, 25 years? Now all of a sudden the law says it's not legal? What, are they just shacking up with each other? Think, people. Why attack when there's no need to attack? I think a blood binding, because God gave me Wolf's name. Not only me, but the shaman and his wife. The name. We each heard it in our minds. We wrote it down on a piece of paper. Then after we looked at it, the same name. How did, still living by the code, know to call me the next morning and ask me to marry him, which is Wolf? There's a bond there that God put us together. How many people knows that this happens? How often it happens? It doesn't. It's sacred, people. Maybe that's why some of them are divorced that saying this and all that. I know that one of them said that they wish they could leave their wife because I said, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to know your personal information like that. And they said, wish we had the bond like you and Wolf did. What is a piece of paper? It can be burned. It can be shredded, just like the marriage can. But cutting the skin and sharing the blood makes us one, not two. And I wish y'all would understand that. So go ahead, think of what you want. Oh, her boyfriend and all this. But if you're a Christian and you keep saying boyfriend or his girlfriend, you're going against God's will. It is so strong what Wolf and I have. In October 2023, when I found out I had kidney cancer, I think a few nights before I had my kidney surgery in December, I sat down with him next to me on the bed and I said, Wolf, you don't have to stay. You didn't sign up for this. I said, you can leave if you need. He said, oh, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I just looked at the calendar.
Today's Friday the 13th and tomorrow's Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
Friday the 13th. How about that, y'all? And it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Friday 13th is usually lucky for me. He said, Akira, I took an oath with you. But on that day, I took an oath for myself to be here, to be with you. You're my soulmate. Not often people find that for each other. They search all their lives for it sometimes, people. Now, he had already been through my sinus cancer surgeries and all like that. And he's been the miracle in my life here on earth. Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit is in spiritual, in the ultimate. He's been my grinding hold on earth through all the surgeries, through all the illnesses, everything I've had. He's still here. And the other night I told him, look, you don't need to stay. He says, you're not getting rid of me. We took a blood oath. But some people that takes the blood oath, they break it. And then all of a sudden their lives go miserable. I was freely letting him go. And if you love somebody enough and you don't want them in pain, you let them go. It's up to them if they're going to stay or go. If they go, then you know what you had did not really exist, or it's kind of gotten cold. What Wolf did by staying and tell me what he said, that's the perfect bond. So, people, be nice and kind to each other. The world needs kindness right now. I'm shocked at what I see on YouTube, on KPLC TV, Fox. All the pums. Why? Why can't people be nice to each other? Well, for one, somebody posted they're tired of seeing rooms use people that are physically or mentally disabled, or they just don't like them. Never met them in person. You don't know somebody until you meet them in person from on here. Just talking to them, you don't know them at all. Anyone can stab anyone in the back. Anyhow, you think they're your best friends. So, y'all be careful. Y'all have a blessed night. Just came on here to let you know. I'll talk to y'all if y'all need, but I've given out the email address for them to email straight there. Hey, Alfonso, how you doing? I've had a very blessed day. You did good. Good. How's the weather over there? It's warming up? Oh, it's in the 50s over here. It's like 68, almost 70. It's starting to cool down. The sun's gone down, so yeah, it's better now. Um, Thank you for calling me the other day with the good news. I'm very proud of you. I told you you'd make it through if you asked the Lord in Jesus' name to give you the strength to go through that. I knew it would turn out okay. That's life throws a wrench in our way. It's how we deal with it. So, um, I'm going to start my diamond art again, or I'm going to try to. I wish I could get rid of this sinus infection with it hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It is horrible. Oh, Wolf put some ribeye steaks. They were thin, they're not the thick one, on the pit tonight for supper, and it was good. Very good. I hadn't had a steak in a long time. Hey, that's wonderful. I'm glad. You know, when you share something you like to do with another person, makes it more meaningful. You know, it does. It's great when you do it, like I do my epoxies and stuff, but when Wolf helps and he's doing epoxy on one table and me on another, it's more enjoyable. You're sharing. Isn't that what life is about? You share with people. Somebody said something about, oh, you guys show us the crocodile scale crochet thing again. I went, oh, come on, people. I'm I'm not having enough energy to do what I used to do. Well, that's good then. That's good. And you shared, you share. That's what life is about. You share and you give thanks. So I'm just about up on my hour that I usually just stay up. Like I said, watch who you make friends with now. Because friends are turning against friends on YouTube. Well, we're all proud of you too, Alfonso. Little brother, you do great with your stuff. Like making the covered bridge and all that. Did you ever get that that arch what that we made and sent you? Or did somebody steal the package? Uh and I've gotten with the postal service and they said they have no idea where it's at. They said it was delivered. So the thing is somebody stole it. I'll try to make you another one and maybe in different colors. I'll get with you one day and tell me what colors and I'll make you another one. Next time I'm going to make it to where you have to sign for it or somebody does. Because that was, like I said, missed deliveries and probably, I don't know. We had insurance on it. Maybe people thought, there was something really, really expensive in it. All they got was a, a epoxy resin with acrylic archway, like a little tunnel with lights in it. Um, I'll try to make you another one. It may be a little while. I'm still tired from this last hospital stay. Um, how many of you that are in here of the 10 people that's watching, put up put up 100% in the chat or do whatever that you think that YouTube and TikTok and all that is going downhill because of the trolls. Well, there's some hundreds. Yeah, I don't mind sending it to someone else's address. Well, we got quite a few people putting 100 in here. Um, I can't wait for next week, Mardi Gras. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. It starts this weekend, huh, babe? Wolf,
What?
the parades.
Yeah, the parades are going tonight, I think, and then several during the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. Tonight, Saturday and Sunday. I don't think they'd have one at night. Maybe I don't know.
They may have one Monday
And then maybe one Monday.
and Tuesday.
But I do know there's 5 or 6 parades, and I'm sure that people's going to have fun, And it's time to get together. No fighting, please, people. It's a time of celebration. I had seen on YouTube where this man, he had an autistic daughter, so he made her and built her a swing, okay, out of 2 ropes and a piece of wood so she could swing on the old oak tree in their backyard. The neighbor didn't like it, so during the night he went and cut the ropes. I forgot how much the judge did. Then another one, they had a playhouse and all that, And at night, during the day, the kids are going to play. Okay? You can have noise until 9 o'clock at night. This is during the daytime. A brother and sister playing in the afternoon after school in a little playhouse and a slide that they had for years. A new neighbor moved in next door. He hated kids. And he thought that he could be the Mr. Karen of the group, I guess. During the night, he took his lawnmower. He went in the backyard and he crumpled everything together. Actually, the judge didn't only fine him, but they put him in jail. I'm like, wow. So I'm getting to know some of what happens out there. A lot of times the servicemen go into service and they're deployed. They have people getting in their homes, making fake rental things, or they come home and their house is torn down or their car is taken away. I like to hear what the judge says. I didn't know there was a law that you couldn't go against anyone that's in the service. If they get deployed, you have to leave everything there. They've stolen his cars and they've either crushed them or sold them and offered him $500 back for them. And he's gotten like a $1 million back. I'm like, wow. I didn't know they had a ruling about servicemen like that. So you do learn some things from YouTube that are good. Well, you need to be careful. Sometimes people are Karens, Mr. or Miss Karens. They think they own, just like the trolls here, they think they can tell anyone else to do anything, but yet if you look at them, they're the ones that cause them more trouble. So it's like that in life too. I worry when my neighbor next door that's had several strokes come out and try to walk by himself when his workers are not there. So life is life. We just have to put up with it, And why can't we be nice to each other? You stay on your side, I stay on my side, they stay on their side. You don't have to hurt each other. Because in the long run, whoever is attacking and saying all this stuff and staying in all these drama rooms, you're hurting each other. You're not hurting me. You're hurting each other. And a lot of people have found that some of the trolls has to be really sick in the mind. And I asked them, what you mean by that? Well, somebody found a picture of a woman and her dog, and they switched the heads on the woman and dog. And then they put some really bad things into it. Where can I go to report these? And I gave her 2 sites. I said, report it on each one. No telling what. Well, she got back with me today and said that they had it taken off. People, I'm not the only one reporting. Everybody reports. Just be kind. I know some of you can't, but try. You're showing what kind of a-hole you are. Or should I say a black hole that you are. Because you're sucking in all the energy into something negative. Just be kind to each other. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. If you have a sweetheart, even if you don't, you can buy some flowers at Walmart, something, and hand it to some woman and just say, Happy Valentine's Day. Alfonso, tomorrow call me if you're not working. I don't think you're working tomorrow. Call me and we'll talk about it and I can tell you, okay? And we can work on that. Some people thinks they are better than other people. That's all to it. So the best thing when they start chewing you out, just say, May God bless you in Jesus' name. Pew. 9 times out of 10, they'll stop a person. Sometimes you got to do it 2 or 3 times. You've got to be the better person. So may God bless y'all in Jesus' name. May y'all have a great day tomorrow. Like I said, if you're single and you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend, women at Walmart's, they're like $5.99. Go pick up a thing of flowers, hand it to men, and say Happy Valentine's Day. Watch how many faces light up. Might be only 10 people out of that. Or if you're a man, how about the older women, the grandmothers and stuff? See how many smiles you can put on somebody's face. A smile will go further with a nice word. Say, have a blessed day, or Happy Valentine's Day. You can do this anytime. Don't have to be on Valentine's Day. Just remember, other people has feelings too. May God bless y'all, keep y'all safe, and I'll talk to y'all again another time. Good night.